There are certain things that when you observe a raw vegan diet, it challenges a lot of things about yourself. These are things that other influencers or coaches or teachers actually talk about, that the trauma that you will face during a raw vegan or a juice fast detox. But just telling you something and you just being aware that it's a possibility that you will have an emotional crisis, it feels a lot different for you actually to have this emotional crisis. And I just wanted to speak about that a little bit in this video. Coming up next. Hello, I'd like to welcome you to another raw vegan food diet video. Thanks for joining me, and if it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button if you like this content, and please like it if you like it, and share and comment as well, just to give me a little bit of feedback and let the algorithm know that you like this type of content to pop up on your feed. So, I just want to get right into emotional detox and why it seems so prevalent with a raw vegan food diet. It seems like there is a lot of trauma that seems to be stored in the gut. Now, I know I'm not alone in this. So what do I mean? It seems like, and this is something that I just was not aware of until I started fasting or detoxing per se. And that is, when you go through something that feels traumatic, it seems to locate the memory of that in a part of your body. Now, I don't know what science that is. I'm not preaching any type of pseudoscience as far as something that I don't understand. So I'm not going to repeat after what someone else says. I'll do my best not to do that. I'll just speak from my own understanding. Again, I was not aware of this until I think it was a juice fast that I had. Yeah, my first type of fasting was a juice fast. I did a grape juice fast, and every now and then you get like a craving for food, and sometimes it's not so much that you're physically hungry, and I don't believe it's that you're malnourished physically. It feels more like first it's a habit of maybe you eat around 6:30 every day. 6:30 comes around and you see yourself unconsciously walking towards the fridge and looking for something. Enough times, enough days, enough moments in the days go by during your fast where you notice and you catch that impulse and you don't go through with it. You don't just grab something from the fridge and just shove it down your throat or whatever the case is, mindlessly, just to satisfy that habit. So if you confront that enough times, something will come up, and it's not being satisfied, it feels like. And that is a great opportunity for you to realize, what exactly are you covering up emotionally by eating certain types of foods, or even eating at a certain time, or eating clockwork, or there becomes a comfort groove that a lot of times people don't realize, or they just simply don't challenge until they go on some type of fast, whether it's just a mono meal where you're just eating maybe all apples, or just drinking all fruit and veggie juices, and you're not partaking in certain fatty solid foods or salty or sweet solid foods. You'll realize it feels like you're empty. So again, we're specifying the emptiness of the stomach and the gut, because you might feel actually full. Maybe you just had a full 24 ounces of green juice, so that is a lot of nutrient density, but you feel a hole. And you know what that hole is? It's an emotional hole. And that is when the real work starts. And I like to say a lot of people don't warn you, but they do. A lot of people that have been through this, they do warn people that this will happen, this type of emotional detox crisis will happen. But I think some people don't have the tools to prepare you for it or to help you through it, and in that sense, I would say you should go to whatever, if you're religious or you're spiritual or you have certain type of practices that you do, whether it's a therapist or, with me, I go to the gym, or if you do things like that, you should definitely have that on deck when you're going through a transitional diet, because 9 3/4 out of 10, I want to say 10 out of 10, I believe you will go through some type of emotional shift, and it will uncover some type of crutch that you are leaning on, your diet, to cover up how you feel. Now, it's not bizarre that a lot of us equate certain emotions to food. So there may be something that you just don't want to deal with, or you kind of just emotionally just throw your hands up like, I don't know how to solve this. This person is ill, or this person left me, or me and this friend are not getting along, or I have no friends and I don't understand how to solve that at the moment. And so you just grab the ice cream and you're like, oh, I just feel so good. You don't have to think about anything. It's an instant pleasure feeling. Now, what's harder, and I'm speaking for myself included, what's harder for, I think, most of us is to actually face that feeling and to just go through that feeling and let it be felt, and actually know and not believe that it's not going to crush you. It is not going to kill you. I hate to be cliche, but what doesn't kill you does make you stronger. It seems that way in this human life. So I just want to encourage you, if you are going through emotional detox right now, there are things that you can do. There are strategies. And I'll just remind you, because I'm sure you know when it gets really tough, but some people don't know. I have some great raw vegan goodies in the description area, so please click the links and explore. But I would say go out and exercise, go to the gym. If you have a friend, have a conversation, and it doesn't have to be about what the foods are bringing up for you. It could be about anything, just a distraction for the moment, to get you through the other side of your fast or your detox or your day. I think the best thing is probably to face it in the form of a journal. Journal your feelings. A lot of times we have voices in our head and it seems like they make sense and we just believe it. But I don't know if you've ever been through this, but if you actually voice the thoughts in your mind that are kind of like terroristic thoughts, like eat it, those type of thoughts, you're gonna feel better. And you say that out loud to somebody, you will realize exactly which form of consciousness you are coming from. And that is a fearful state of consciousness, a lack form of consciousness, and you actually kind of check yourself right away. And you're like, wow, I'm walking around with this. And all I had to do is just speak it out loud, and I could realize how, not to judge yourself harshly, but how ridiculous this is that I actually have to act out these orders. I don't have to act out these orders. I know where it's coming from. It's coming from a very small feeling place in my soul that makes me feel like I just can't do without this thing, without this particular food at this particular time. That's what cravings are. They seem to be attachments, and I'm not speaking physically. I won't speak physically, but emotionally. When you feel physically full and you're just looking for room, or you feel like you have a gaping hole that you just need to fill something up with. And I think a lot of us know that by now. It's love that you're looking for. And you need to execute these physical strategies a lot of the times to love yourself more. You have to give yourself the love, not in the form of food. So we have to start to dissociate foods from emotions. And I know it could sound tricky or hard because wow, when I eat watermelon, it's like zing, you know, that energy is like, yeah, you know. So I tend to equate fun and summertime with watermelon. But when it comes down to it, when that pendulum swings in a different direction, you know, and now you're thinking, wow, biscuits, birthday, or something, then you're like, okay, it's a little more of a struggle, because you know that biscuits, that maybe you can't tolerate wheat or whatever the case is, and you're like, I can't eat these things. But it's so hard mentally to get over the idea. But you can do it. You have to give yourself patience. You do have to affirm some different type of suggestions. It does help to actually look at ingredients that hopefully your mind can help shake the heart loose of its, you know, desires, or if it's quote comforts. You know, re-educate yourself. This is not birthday food. This is not Thanksgiving food, or, you know, I do not have to celebrate this and I do not have to buy this. But it's gonna come from re-education, patience, and actually facing yourself. And I think the best way to do that is through a journal. When you don't have a journal present, or you're not at that space, the next best thing to do is obviously just get out there, get active, distract yourself, yoga, things like that. Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about today. And I hope you liked this video and you found the value. And if you did, please like it and share, and please leave a comment and let me know if this helped you. And I will be back with another video. And thank you for listening.